We all know that getting the best out of staff and helping them reach their full potential isn't easy. And great though technology is, it's the way we develop and lead teams that remains the key to success.
The difference between every business that we see these days is really in its people. So whatever the business is, it's the decor is the decor in a restaurant. The menu is the menu and so forth. So the difference is the level of service and how they're engaging with their clients. So the work that we do is costed according to the business and the style of solution that's needed.
The problem is that in many businesses today, they've lost sight that the customer is the most important person.
Very true. In the sort of work that we do and the amount of travel that we do, we get to, examine all sorts of businesses, whether it's an airline all the way down to a coffee shop. And the way we get treated in those is something that we're evaluating. But I don't think it's just us and the work that we do. I think most consumers these days have an expectation, and not only an expectation, a demand of a level of service that's not always achieved.
Can you give me an example of the bad type of customer relationships that you're talking about?
I've just returned from New Zealand where we ran a 3-day workshop for a client, and we were staying with their sales force and management in an establishment, and we actually were using the waiter there as an example of what not to do in terms of customer service. There were so many missed opportunities by this young man. He was, to some extent, I guess, fulfilling the function of taking the order for our food and taking it to the kitchen and eventually bringing the plates back, hopefully to the right person. But that's where it stopped. The person next to me ordered a Coke 5 times before one arrived. We were never offered bottled water. He never tried to sell us another bottle of wine, get another beer order. It failed completely, to the point whereby the organisation we were working for, after 2 meals, said that's enough. We're not eating there anymore.
One of the problems operators face in food service today is that it's a very transit industry. How do they manage their way out of that?
Well, our belief is you need systems. You need to build some systems and processes. So it really doesn't matter who comes and goes. The system will ensure that the business continues to operate. It's not always easy to build the systems, but this is how do we do business here, from how do we answer the phone, how do we take a booking, how do we treat a customer, how do we thank them. Everything needs a system, so it becomes immaterial as to who's necessarily filling each particular role. We've got coffee cards where 10th cup of coffee is free. So that means we keep going back, but we're never greeted. There's no recognition that we're a repeat customer. So this whole attitude of using this card to keep bringing me back fails in that I don't feel that I'm valued at all, and so the coffee shop next door is doing exactly the same thing. So there needs to be a significant point of difference, and the significant point of difference is the people.